Welcome! This is another video in my NIV Bible reading series. In this video, I'm going to be reading Numbers chapter 34 and 35 because I think they go quite well, talking about the boundaries of Canaan and the towns dedicated for the Levites and stuff like that. And yeah, let's just get I guess NIV stands for New International Version if you don't know. But yeah. Let's just get into it. There we go. Okay. Okay. The Lord said to Moses, "Command the Israelites and say to them, when you enter Canaan, the land that will be allotted to you as an inheritance is to have these boundaries. Your southern side will include some of the desert of Zin along the border of Edom. Your southern boundary will start in the east from the southern end of the Dead Sea, cross south of Scorpion Pass, continue on to Zin, and go south of Kadesh Barnea. Then it will go to Hazar Adar and over to Asmon, where it will turn, join the Wadi of Egypt, and end at the Mediterranean Sea. Your western boundary will be the coast of the Mediterranean Sea. This will be your boundary on the west. For your northern boundary, run a line from the Mediterranean Sea to Mount Hor, and from Mount Hor to Lebo Hamath. Then the boundary will go to Zedad, continue to Ziphron, and end at Hazar Enon. This will be your boundary on the north. For your eastern boundary, run a line from Hazar Enon to Shepham. The boundary will go down from Shepham to Riblah on the east side of Ain and continue along the slopes east of the Sea of Galilee." And there's a little footnote there. It says Hebrew Kinnereth. Then the boundary will go down along the Jordan and end at the Dead Sea. Then this will be your land with its boundaries on every side. Moses commanded the Israelites, "Assign this land by law as an inheritance. The Lord has ordered that it be given to the 9.5 tribes, because the families of the tribe of Reuben, the tribe of Gad, and the half-tribe of Manasseh have received their inheritance east of the Jordan, across from Jericho toward the sunrise." The Lord said to Moses, "These are the names of the men who are to assign the land for you as an inheritance: Eleazar the priest and Joshua son of Nun, and appoint one leader from each tribe to help assign the land. These are their names: Caleb son of Jephunneh from the tribe of Judah, Shemuel son of Ammihud from the tribe of Simeon, Eladad son of Kislon from the tribe of Benjamin, Bukai son of Jogli, I don't know, the leader from the tribe of Dan, Haniel son of Ephod, the leader from the tribe of Manasseh son of Joseph, Kimwell son of Shiftan, the leader from the tribe of Ephraim son of Joseph, Elizaphan son of Parnak, the leader from the tribe of Zebulun, Paltiel son of Azan, the leader from the tribe of Issachar, Ahihud son of Shalomai, the leader from the tribe of Asher, Padahel son of Ammihud, the leader from the tribe of Naphtali. These are the men the Lord commanded to assign the inheritance to the Israelites in the land of Canaan. Towns for the Levites. On the plains of Moab, by the Jordan, across from Jericho, the Lord said to Moses, "Command the Israelites to give the Levites towns to live in from the inheritance the Israelites will possess, and give them pasture lands around the towns. Then they will have towns to live in and pasture lands for the cattle they own and all their other animals. The pasture lands around the towns that you give the Levites will extend 1,000 cubits." Footnote: 1,000 cubits are equivalent to 1,500 feet, or about 450 meters. I lost my place. Hold on. All right, there we go. Extend 1,000 cubits from the town hall. Outside the town, measure 2,000 cubits, which is 3,000 feet or 900 meters. on the east side, 2,000 on the east side, 2,000 on the south side, 2,000 on the west, and 2,000 on the north, with the town in the center. They will have this area as pasture land for the towns. Cities of refuge. This is what I think I was talking about this earlier in one of my other videos. 6 of the towns you give the Levites will be cities of refuge, to which a person who has killed someone may flee. In addition, give them 42 other towns, and all you must give the Levites 48 towns, together with their pasture lands. The towns you give the Levites from the land the Israelites possess are to be given in proportion to the inheritance of each tribe. Take many towns from a tribe that has many, but few from one that has few. Then the Lord said to Moses, Speak to the Israelites and say to them, When you cross the Jordan into Canaan, select some towns to be your cities of refuge, to which a person who has killed someone accidentally may flee. They will be places of refuge from the avenger, so that anyone accused of murder may not die before they stand trial before the assembly. These 6 towns you give will be your cities of refuge. Give 3 on this side of the Jordan, and 3 in Canaan as cities of refuge. These 6 towns will be a place of refuge for Israelites and for foreigners residing among them, so that anyone who has killed another accidentally can flee there. If anyone strikes someone a fatal blow with an iron object, that person is a murderer. The murderer is to be put to death. Or if anyone is holding a stone and strikes someone a fatal blow with it, that person is a murderer. The murderer is to be put to death. Or if anyone who is holding a wooden object and strikes someone a fatal blow with it, that person is a murderer. The murderer is to be put to death. The avenger of blood shall put the murderer to death. When the avenger comes upon the murderer, the avenger shall put the murderer to death. If anyone with malice aforethought shoves another or throws something at them intentionally so that they die, or if out of enmity one person hits another with their fist so that the other dies, that person is to be put to death. That person is a murderer. The avenger of blood shall put the murderer to death when they meet. But if without enmity someone suddenly pushes another or throws something at them unintentionally, or without seeing them, drops on them a stone heavy enough to kill them, and they die, then since that other person was not an enemy and no harm was intended, the assembly must judge between the accused and the avenger of blood according to these regulations. The assembly must protect the one accused of murder back to the city. The assembly must protect the one accused of murder from the avenger of blood and send the accused back to the city of refuge to which they fled. The accused must stay there until the death of the high priest, who was anointed with the holy oil. But if the accused ever goes outside the limits of the city of refuge to which they fled, and it's of the city of refuge to which they fled, and the avenger of blood finds them outside the city, the avenger of blood may kill the accused without being guilty of murder. The accused must stay in the city of refuge until the death of the high priest. Only after the death of the high priest may they return to their own property. This is to have the force of law for you throughout the generations to come, wherever you live. Anyone who kills a person is to be put to death as a murderer only on the testimony of witnesses, but no one is to be put to death on the testimony of only one witness. Do not accept a ransom for the life of a murderer who deserves to die. They are to be put to death. Do not accept a ransom for anyone who has fled to a city of refuge, and so allow them to go back and live on their own land before the death of the high priest. Do not pollute the land where you are. Bloodshed pollutes the land, and atonement cannot be made for the land on which blood has been shed, except by the blood of one who shed it. Do not defile the land where you live and where I dwell, for I, the Lord, dwell among the Israelites. Okay, now let's read. I'm going to read the footnote. I mean, not the footnote, the little note that's put there regarding, just to be clear, the footnotes there. This is a student Bible I'm reading from, so there's a lot of insight and notes and footnotes in there. And so I'm going to read that. It says, it's on 35:6 through 16. Even today, some nomadic tribes will still follow the principles of blood feuds. If a person is responsible, even accidentally, for another's death, a relative of the victim, can in turn kill either the murderer or, as a substitute, one of the murderer's relatives. The cities of refuge put a control on this practice, making allowance for involuntary manslaughter. The congregation judged whether the killing was accidental or intentional. Yeah, that's it. That was 34 and 35. Talked mainly about the boundaries of Canaan and the towns of Levites, and also threw in a little bit of death penalty law and stuff like that in there. And then the next chapter, 36, is going to be the last one. Praise the Lord. And then I'm gonna take a break from the Old Testament, and I'm gonna go into Matthew. I'm gonna go through Matthew, and then after that I'll go through. That'll be like a month long. I'll go through Deuteronomy, and let's see how many chapters does Deuteronomy have. So Deuteronomy is quite long. Oh my. Yeah, about 30, 33. And then we get to Joshua. I'll take a break. So I'll do one book New Testament, one book Old Testament from now on. Because I went straight from Genesis to Leviticus. Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus. And then Numbers. 4 straight books of Old Testament. And I kind of want to just jump around, to be honest. But I don't know if I should do that or not. I would really like to do the book of Jeremiah. Because Jeremiah is, Isaiah, Jeremiah too, but I really like the book of Isaiah very much. I'm very fond of that book. Anyway, I'm gonna end it here. Friendly reminder, my voice is starting to go out because I've been recording for many hours now. Friendly reminder, read the word every day, pray every day. It's important. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you can, if you're healthily, if you are able-bodied, if you are in good enough health to fast, I would suggest that you do fasting as well. The Bible doesn't say how long you should fast, as far as I know. Jesus fasted for 40 days, but I would not recommend that you fast for 40 days unless the God is really telling you to. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. Check out, if you're interested in fasting, check out Vlad Savachuk. Just look up his name. And he's really into fasting and stuff like that and stuff. And if you're interested about fasting, he has free books. He just came out with a book called Fast Forward or something like that. Play on words. Look at that. You can download the book for free or purchase it. Vlad doesn't know. He doesn't know me. Of course, but I've really that's one of the people I started watching. Vlad, you got the Demon Slayer team. Vlad, you got Vlad. I first found Isaiah, and then it went from there. I don't remember who I found first after that. Found second and third and all that stuff. You got Isaiah, Vlad, Daniel Adams, stuff. People like that. I don't really watch Pagani, but Pagani is there. And then of course you got other people as well. Anyway, I'm gonna head out.